Well, hello everyone and welcome to Choosing Plants. My name is Heather and this is a channel where I try different vegan diet plans for 30 days to see which ones of those work best, whether it's ease of the diet or whether it's something I think you could do long term or other factors, whether I actually enjoy the diet. There have been at least one that I didn't and stopped early because it was so bad. So I had a really hard time deciding what I wanted to do this time. For those of you that have been watching, the last challenge that I did was actually kind of a specialty challenge where I was specifically trying to lower my LDL cholesterol. It worked fabulously. So if you guys are interested in that, you really should go back and take a look at my previous challenge with the portfolio diet. At least look at the last video of the diet plan, and then if you're interested in trying it, look at the first video where I detail basically just like this what it is that I'm doing. So I am going to, I narrowed it down to 2 different diet plans. I've been thinking about doing a Dr. McDougall maximum weight loss plan, doing Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen, or his How Not to Die recipes from his cookbook, or High Carb Hannah's Lean and Clean. I have purchased that program a while back, and Eat to Live with Dr. Fuhrman. So I decided not to do Dr. McDougall's right now because it does not allow for any nuts, which I'm not a big fan of anyway, but it doesn't allow for any nuts. And those are one of the things that I've been doing to keep my cholesterol down, or to get my cholesterol down. And it doesn't allow for very much fruit, which is not really a problem, to be honest with you, but I do enjoy having something sweet after I eat, so like an apple or an orange, something like that. I haven't asked my mom if I can borrow her How Not to Die cookbook yet, so obviously that negates that one right there for me for the moment. And so it came down really to High Carb Hannah's Lean and Clean, which I do want to try, and Dr. Fuhrman's Eat to Live, which I do want to try. So I decided to do the Eat to Live program because High Carb Hannah requires a certain amount of exercise with her Lean and Clean, and I do not have, I'm going to get an exercise bike for Mother's Day. Don't tell the kids that I know that, or that I picked it out. Don't tell them. So I'm going to get one of those, and that's coming up very soon. So I didn't want to start that plan without having that exercise capability in place already. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the Eat to Live plan. So what does it have? What does it entail? So I've done the 10 and 20 challenge I did a couple of challenges ago is very similar. I shouldn't say that. It's really not that similar. The main principle of eating G-bombs is very similar. So that is true. So the greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds, that's similar. That's throughout all of Dr. Fuhrman's recommendations. However, this plan actually it's not quite as specific as in you need to eat these types of foods at this particular time of the day. You can pick from all of the different recipes that he has in his Eat to Live cookbook or his Eat to Live book itself. So I think that would be a little bit easier for me than trying to do exactly like here's what you eat on day 1, here's what you eat on day 2. I wasn't super successful with that part, so I don't really want to repeat that again. So here we go. What is on the Eat to Live plan? So what you want to do in the first, basically what they usually do is for 6 weeks, but seeing as this is a 30-day challenge, it's going to be for 4 weeks. So you want to make sure you have 1 large salad every day, which, as you guys know me, that's not going to be an issue. I haven't done that in a while, and I kind of miss it, to be honest with you. So 1 large salad every day, day in or day out, regardless. And in fact, I do believe that with this plan, it would be beneficial to have a salad both at lunch and at dinner, but that's probably not going to happen. 1 large salad a day, it will be, in my big, huge bucket that I make salads in. So you want to have, this will be different from anything that I've done before, and I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work because that seems like an awful lot to me. You want to have 1 pound of raw vegetables a day and 1 pound of cooked vegetables a day. So that's a lot. And they definitely have recommendations for which vegetables they want you to do in terms of you do need greens. They want you to have mushrooms every day and onions in your food, but it goes through and it lists all the different things that you could possibly have and include in that. You can use vegetable juices when you're making your recipes and that kind of thing. So basically, and you also want to include, now depends on where you look for your information. So some of it says, in one place it says one thing, in one place it says something else. So basically you want to have either 3 or 4 pieces, no, not pieces, but servings of fruit a day. So 1 large salad, which I'm guessing can serve to help you with your 1 pound of raw vegetables a day. 1 pound of cooked vegetables a day. We're gonna go with 3 servings of fruit, 1 ounce of raw nuts or seeds. So that's actually pretty good. That'll help me. Obviously I've been having more than 1 ounce when I've been having them in the past, because I think 1 ounce is approximately 30 grams and I've been having 50, but that's okay. That's close. It does say they want you to limit things like rices and you know, squashes like acorn squash and butternut squash and that kind of thing, which it's the summer, it's almost summertime here in Texas. I'm not too worried about trying to get that kind of stuff anyway. So no more than 1 cup of that type of stuff daily. And then your nuts need to be obviously raw. They can't be processed with lots of salt and oil and that kind of thing. If you're going to have avocado, they want you to minimize it to 2 ounces a day. I don't think that'll be a problem. I don't have avocado that often. Dried fruits, you can have 2 tablespoons a day. So I think that where that would come into place is if you were going to make oatmeal and you wanted to put some raisins in it or something, that's probably where that falls in. But they do want you to limit that as much as possible, because that's not very suitable for weight loss. If you're going to include flaxseed in your diet, no more than 1 tablespoon a day, which I don't know why anybody would do more than a tablespoon in a day anyway, to be honest with you. And I probably won't go back to including that, because I'm still going to be including from my previous challenge the plant sterols, the psyllium, the amla, and the turmeric powders twice a day. So then let's breeze on through. They want you to limit the amount of soy milk that you have. That's not too big of a deal. I can handle that. And then avoid like ice cream and cheese and butter. That's not too big of a surprise on a nutritarian plan. Don't want to have a whole lot of salt, so if I'm not eating much rice, I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of salt anyway, because I tend to use that better than bouillon no chicken base on rice-based dishes, so that won't be too big of an issue. All right, so then, oh, I think I got to the end of my list already. Well, that was fast. Cool. Okay, so recap. Need to have 1 pound of raw, 1 pound of cooked vegetables. They do recommend that you eat 3 meals a day. I may or may not do that. I'm not actually sure. I've been really into eating like 2 meals a day, but we'll see. If I'm getting hungry, then I'm going to end up eating. So bunches of vegetables, limiting the amount of rice that you can have in a day, or cooked squash, that kind of thing. Oh, did I mention that you're supposed to have a cup of beans? I don't know if I mentioned that or not. So 1 cup of whatever kind of beans or lentils or whatever it is that you want in a day. And I think that's just to include as much soluble fiber as you can get. I think that's what that comes from. 3 pieces of fruit a day. Not pieces. 3 servings of fruit a day, which I kind of think that means like 1 apple would be 2 servings. I'm fairly sure. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll have to look that up, but I think so. So I don't think that'll be too terribly difficult to get in. Yeah, so all of my powders that I'm going to continue, I don't have, I have a small amount of the soy protein left, so I really was going to just finish that. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish that with this or not, to be honest with you. I'll probably think about it. I'm not sure yet. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do. And I need to make some meal plan ideas, because I don't really have anything set out right now, and I'm working a whole lot at the moment, so I have to make some soups up ahead of time, and maybe some veggie burgers up ahead of time, and some other things that will taste good and be easy to transport and take with me to and from work and that kind of stuff. So that's it. That's all I have for now. Again, if you're interested in looking at my cholesterol panel, I got my LDL to go from 149 to 100 in 25 days. Pretty darn spiffy. So go check that out if you're interested. And otherwise, yeah, I am going to go put some food together to take with me to work, and then today, if I have some time at work, I'm going to plan out some meals so I can get this puppy started tomorrow. Yay! Alrighty guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow.